Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Gems of Knowledge. So here I am with another video on the MCQ questions of life process and how do organisms reproduce. So before starting the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are new here and also click on the bell button to get the notification as soon as I post my new videos. Okay, so let's start with the video. So here you can see the first question is given as what prevents backflow of blood inside the heart during contraction. So the question is what is the thing which prevents the backflow of blood. Okay, so if the blood is flowing in this direction, so what is the thing which is preventing the blood to flow backside? Okay, so here few options have been given, that is valves in the heart, thick muscular wall of ventricle, thin walls of arteria, or all of the above. So the correct answer here is, that is A1, valves in the heart. Okay, so second question, single circulation. Okay, you can see single circulation, that is blood flows through the heart only once during one cycle of passage through the body is exhibited by. So here you can see four options have been given. They have told us about the single circulation. Okay, what is single circulation? That the blood flows through the heart only once during one cycle of passage through the body. Okay, so they have been asking us which of the following organisms possess this single circulation. Okay, so here the first case is given as labio, chameleon and salamander. So these three are nothing but the reptiles. Okay, so you should know that. Okay, this is nothing but the reptiles. Okay, and hippocampus, exochetus and anabas, this is nothing but comes under fishes categories. Then Hyla, Rana, Draco, this comes under the category of amphibians. Okay, and whale, dolphin, turtles, this comes under the category of mammals. Okay, so we should know that in case of reptiles and amphibians, there is 3-chambered heart, and whereas in case of mammals, there is 4-chambered heart. Here it is 3-chambered, here it is 3-chambered, and here it is 4-chambered heart. So wherever the 3-chambered heart or 4-chambered heart is present, there single circulation won't takes place. Instead, there double circulation takes place. Okay, so here fishes, this is having 2-chambered heart, so here only the single circulation takes place. So the correct answer here is hippocampus, exochetus and anabas. Okay, then moving to the third question, the blood leaving the tissues become richer in. Okay, so you have to answer the blood which is leaving the tissues, it is richer in which of the following things, that is carbon dioxide, water, hemoglobin or oxygen. So we should know that the blood, when it enters into the tissue from the heart, it will be completely oxygenated blood. The oxygenated blood enters into our tissues, and when it is leaving from the tissues, the whatever the waste materials, like all the deoxygenated blood, it means the carbon dioxide which is present inside the blood will be taken out of the tissues. Okay, so when it is entering the tissues, it will be richer in oxygen, whereas when it is leaving the tissues, it is richer in carbon dioxide. Okay, so the fourth question, the xylem in plants are responsible for. So xylem in plants are responsible for transport of water. So water is transported by the xylem tissues of the plant, whereas food is transported by the phloem tissues of the plant. Food in the sense what oxygen and amino acid comes under the food category. So here only the transport of water is taken place in case of xylem tissues. Okay, so next, the filtration units of kidneys are called as. So the filtration units, that is nothing but called as nephrons. Okay, nephrons are nothing but called as the filtration units of kidney. Nephrons are nothing but called as the filtration units of kidney. Okay, next, sixth one, choose the correct part of urine into our body. So here few options have been given. We have to just tell which which is the correct path from where the urine comes out from our body. So first thing we should know, you can see the diagram onto the screen. The first part will be obviously kidney. Okay, it comes from the kidney itself. Then the linings which is shown here, it is nothing but called as ureters. Then comes urinary bladder. Then comes urethra. You can see the parts here. Okay, so this is the correct way of passing the urine out of the body. So the correct option here is C1. Okay. Okay, moving to the 7th question. The kidneys in human beings are a part of the system for, so we have to tell the kidneys belong to which system, which part of the system? Nutrition, respiration, excretion or transportation. So the answer here is excretion. Next, 8th one question. In a flower, the parts that produce male and female gametes are. So in single flower, we need to know which are the which is the part which produce both male and female gametes. Okay, so the part which produce male gamete is nothing but anther, and the part which produce the female gametes is nothing but called as ovary. So this is the correct option. Okay, next, which of the following is the correct sequence of events of sexual reproduction in a flower? So first case, what is going to happen in the sexual reproduction of a flower? So first thing what happens is nothing but the pollination. So where is the pollination? In the two options they have given us pollination. Okay, then after pollination, what we get is nothing but fertilization. Okay, then here in both the cases they have given us fertilization. Then after fertilization, what forms is nothing but embryo. Okay, after fertilization we get an embryo, and after embryo we get a seedling. Okay, so this is the correct way sequence of events which is caused in the sexual reproduction of a flower. Okay, next, coming to the 10th question, which is similar to this question. You can see both the questions are similar. The correct sequence of reproductive stages seen in the flowering plant is. So you people know what is pollination. Pollination is nothing but the transfer of gametes from one place to another. Okay, so due to that, what is the thing which is formed here is, that is first the first thing is gametes. Okay, pollination, as I told you, what is pollination? Pollination is nothing but the transfer of gametes. So it means we need gametes first. Okay, so after the gametes we are going to have the fertilization. Fertilization leads to the formation of zygote. Okay, a zygote is formed due to this fertilization. Okay, so the correct answer here is gametes, then zygote, then embryo, and then seedlings. Okay, so this is the way, this is the correct way of this answer. Next, the length of pollen tube depends on the distance between. So we need to know what is the length of the pollen tube between that. Okay, I'll try to insert a picture here. Okay, so the length of the pollen tube depends on the distance between. It depends on the distance between the pollen grain which is present on the upper surface of the stigma and ovule. Okay, so the distance between this two things is nothing but the length of the pollen tube. Okay, that much long the pollen tube will occur. Okay. Okay, now moving towards the 12th question here. Which of the following statements are true for flowers? Okay, so here few statements have been given and here options have been given. So among this, which are true, we have to identify here. So the first statement is flowers are always bisexual. It means flowers contains always both the sexes, male as well as female. No, that is not the case. Flowers are not always bisexual. Okay, so it means this is not the correct statement. Then second one, they are the sexual reproductive organs. Yes, they are the basic of sexual reproduction in the flowering plant. Because here itself all the reproduction part is been going to happen. Okay, so they are produced in all group of plants. So no, in all group of plants we don't see the flowers. In some cases we see only the seeds are present or only the fruits are present. Okay, so this is not possible in all the cases. Okay, then after fertilization they give rise to fruit. Yes, this is correct. After fertilization the flower will turn up into a fruit. They give rise to a fruit. So here the correct options are second one and fourth one. So let us search here the second one and fourth one. So you can see the option D here, which says that the second and fourth answer is correct. So this is the correct answer. Okay, so which among the following statements are true for the unisexual plant? Unisexual plants are those plants which contains only one type of sex, either male or either female. So here also they have given us 4 options, and here option says here also they have provided us 4 options, and we have to select which among them is true. So see the first one, they possess both stamen and pistil. No, they do not possess both the stamen and pistil because they are unisexual plant. They possess either one stamen or either pistil. So this is not the correct option. Then they possess either stamen or pistil. Yes, this is the correct option. You can see the third option here. They exhibit cross-pollination. Yes, obviously they have to exhibit cross-pollination because there is only one sex present inside that flower, and they have to cross-pollinate it in search of the other sex. Okay. Then unisexual flowers possessing only stamens cannot produce fruit. Yes, so the unisexual plant which contains only stamens, they cannot produce the fruit because the pistils have been absent here. Okay, so the correct options here is second one, third one and the fourth one. So the correct option regarding this is nothing but the option B. Okay, next moving to the 14th question here. Which among the following statements are true for sexual reproduction in flowering plant? Okay, so here again 4 statements have been given, and we have to identify which among this is true in the case of sexual reproduction of the flowering plant. Okay, so the first one here is it requires 2 types of gametes. Yes, obviously it requires 2 types of gametes, otherwise the process will be incomplete. Second case, fertilization is a compulsory event. Yes, if there is no fertilization, there is no zygote formation, no embryo formation, as well as no seed formation. Okay, so fertilization is a compulsory event here. Okay, then it always results in the formation of zygote. If the fertilization is essential there, it is compulsory. Then if the fertilization is done there, then obviously the zygote will be formed. Okay, then offsprings formed are clones. No, here the offspring forms are not clones. Clones happens only in the case of asexual reproduction, not in the case of sexual reproduction. So basically the answer must be first one, second one and third one. So the correct option regarding this is, you can see here, first one, second one and third one. So this will be the correct option. Okay, Next, let us move to the question number 15. Here you can see in the given figure, the parts A, B and C are sequentially marked as. So you can see the figure has been given here of a cotyledon here. Okay, so here they have given A, B and C. 3 parts have been named, and we have to identify which is this part A, which is this part B, which is this part C. Okay, so here you can see this B part, it is nothing but cotyledon. Okay, and this A part is nothing but plumule, and this below part is nothing but radicle. So the correct answer here is plumule, cotyledon and radicle. That is third one. Okay, next, reproduction is essential for living organisms in order to. So we have to tell why the reproduction is essential in living organisms. Okay, first one, keep the individual organism alive. No. Okay, fulfill their energy requirement, again a no. Then maintain growth, no. To continue the species generation after generation. Yes, to continue our species, we need essential process that is known as reproduction. Okay, so here the answer is to continue the species generation after generation. Next, during adolescence, several changes occurs in human body. Mark the changes associated with sexual maturation in boys. So what is the thing which is what is the changes that is taking place during the sexual maturation in boys? So loss of milk teeth. No, this is occur in the case of 5 years old boys along with the girls also. So increase in height. No. Cracking of voice. Yes. So this is the thing which is happening in case of the adolescence boys. Okay. So this is the thing which is happening in their adolescence age at the time of their maturation. Okay. So in human females, an event that reflects onset of the reproductive phase. So what is the reproductive phase? How can we identify the human female is ready for the reproductive phase? So that is nothing but growth of the body. No. Change in the hair pattern. No. Change in the voice. No. But the last option, that is menstruation. Okay. Next, in human males, the testes lie in the scrotum. It is because it helps in. So what is the reason why the testis lies inside the scrotum? Because the scrotum is only the place which helps in maintaining the body temperature. The scrotum is the place where the temperature is lower than our body. So it helps the formation, it helps in the formation of sperms. So this is the reason why the testes lie in the scrotum. Okay. So the last question here, which among the following disease is not sexually transmitted? So this syphilis, HIV, AIDS and gonorrhea, these are the three diseases which is transferred sexually. Okay, so the answer here is hepatitis. This is the disease which is not sexually transmitted. Okay, so I hope everything is cleared here. If you are having any doubts regarding this, you can comment me down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also press the bell button. Okay, I'll be back with another video, so stay tuned and stay connected. Thank you.